Michelle King with Michelle King Coaching and the Magic King Center. I'm excited to share a mastery tip with you guys today. I know you've been working on your vision and immersing yourself in the quality of your soul nature, listening to it through music. Whoa, there's a huge crow at my window. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. Oh, there's two. Sorry, I just got distracted. So yeah, I am really curious to hear like how that all is moving for you. And with this mastery tip, I want to take it to the next level. So now that you've kind of immersed yourself, you know the qualities of your vision and what you're inspired to create and shape, you know, you're moving forward, you're up leveling, you know all this already, like you are ready to take some action. And this requires us to exercise the body. This is our intuition. So being in tune with that intuitive knowing, that guidance that's aligning you with your vision. This is the next really most important part, because now that you've clarified, you are going to meet those aspects of opportunities and invitations to decide what is in alignment for you. And so I really want you to pay attention to those qualities and continue to immerse yourself in the sound of your vision, in the energy and information of that, how that moves you, as well as, you know, the story, the potential that has showed up for you in that writing exercise from the last video. And also, if you did clarify kind of the dream and the nightmare round, that you'll be more in tune with what isn't in alignment for you because you've mapped it out. You've brought consciousness to that. You've explored what that feels like through writing it out. Like, this is what I totally don't want to experience. This would be a dream outcome. And so as you're writing that, like, you're immersed in the energy of it, you're experiencing it, right? So you know, and when you go back and you read through these potentials, like, you're mapping it out, you're getting familiar with it. When you're listening to the song, you know, you're in that energy and information of it. So you're gonna, the more you do it, the more familiar you get, so that when, you know, opportunities show up or inspired impulses show up and you're considering, is this or is this not in alignment, you can feel into, you know, kind of playing it forward. Is this in alignment with what I do want? Is this in alignment with what I don't want? And start to strengthen that energetic knowing, that intuitive language that's unique and specific to you. And so, you know, I just want to say how important this is, because your intuition is always aligning you with what's in your best interest. It's aligning you with the qualities of your soul: balanced, harmonic, thriving, abundant. Just look at nature. Think of nature and see that as your soul. Look at, you know, the sunrise and the sunset and see that as your soul, or the forest and the landscape, or just anything in nature. It's the perfect expression of our creative intelligence and our creative power and vitality. So if you're ever in doubt, just kind of feel into the situation or your circumstances and say, you know, how do I feel in this relationship? And relationships we have with everything. You know, we have relationships with our body, with money, with people, with places, with life circumstances, right? So use that as your tool to exercise your body and feel into, you know, the harmonics of that. Is it sound? Is it clean? Does it feel dirty? Is it toxic? Is it, does it fill you up with life and vitality? Does it inspire you? Or do you feel restricted and small? Do you feel loved and nurtured? Do you feel, you know, lack or disregard or disrespect? Like, what do you notice about those qualities as you start to, you know, expand your vision and move into alignment with that? It's going to give you contrast. So your life experiences in the 3D are going to help you map that out. So we have like a full spectrum of, you know, just think of like what's toxic on one end, and maybe what's like healthy or aligned with vitality. So there's a spectrum there, okay? And so you get to map that out. And every life experience offers you the opportunity to explore that, so you can get more clarity with action in these life experiences, to then resource your power as a sovereign to make wise and discerning decisions in alignment with your vision. And really important with this, when you're making these decisions, if we meet it energetically, then we move beyond story, the rationalization. And I know that's a human part of us. And this, I know from personal experience, is really kind of what has created a gap for me, but it's all natural. It's all part of the process. And I want to share that delay, because our intuitive system is so, so intelligent, we get these knowings right away. And it takes a little bit for a human, for it to land, for it to sink in, for it to integrate, right? And that in between time is necessary, because you're mapping things out. You're mapping out the contrast. You're mapping out what is in alignment, what isn't in alignment. So there's no wrongdoing. If you think about all your past experiences, and you're asking yourself, well, why did I put myself into that situation? Or, why do these things keep happening? The idea here is the learning. Once you learn the lessons, you basically graduate. And so you're taking it to that next level. It's like a clean slate. And the idea here is to embrace the learnings, to integrate the learnings. And it's that internal experience and relationship with yourself, right? The external world has no power over you. It's there to remind you of, this intuitive process of, aligning with your truth, living in alignment with your truth. And when you do, you will feel that. It will show up energetically in your life. You will feel balanced. You will feel a sense of peace and well-being. You will feel like you're on your way, so to speak, or in alignment with inspiration. You will feel all those qualities of your soul and all of that is being expressed and invited through your vision for you to expand upon. So just keeping that in mind and in heart as you're navigating transition, to relax, to stay open, to be observant and in tune with your internal world, and the exercising of your body to meet life energetically, to feel right into those inner knowings. And I know claircognizance is really kind of my initial, intuitive skill, so to speak, and which has been so crazy because my pattern has been indecision. And it's no wonder for me having come kind of full circle with that, because there was a part of me that had knowing, but the human part of me kind of had to catch up to that, recognizing rooted in worthiness, rooted in values, rooted in standards, rooted in this balance of giving and receiving. But I needed to discover that first within myself, right? So allowing yourself to acknowledge the learnings of the past as you embrace and like treasure the parts, those tokens that are really essential for you on your path to live in alignment with your truth, which equals wellness, right? Whole being is wellness, and live an inspired life, guided by your soul, guided by your, higher wisdom, and to understand that the 3D, your relationships, experiences, people, places, circumstances in life, are there to help you experience contrast, right? Without that, it's like the light and the dark. Without that contrast, you wouldn't be able to map out, who you really are. You wouldn't be able to map out what it feels like to immerse yourself with your soul, to be the source of your love, power, and truth. So being able to acknowledge that will help you integrate acceptance, compassion, and really release the judgment of your human experiences that will allow you the resources, the energy to expand, to see clearly, to stay stable through the transitional process, and to realize, to make real your vision. Okay, so that's all I'll share with this mastery tip. I hope this was helpful for you. Just really wanting to acknowledge and highlight the significance of your intuition. It really is a lifesaver. It is your number one guide and ally. I wrote about that in a blog on my website, michellekingcoaching.com. You can check that out if you'd like. But really, if you think about it, your number one supporter, lover, guide, whatever you want to say, is your intuition. It's connected to source. It knows, you know, the unknown. It sees the unseen. It has your best interest at heart. And so it is our joy and our honor to align with that, to say yes to that, and to trust that process, and also realize that, you know, when we have to make tough decisions, it's not personal, it's principle. And we can do that with understanding and compassion when we integrate our human and spiritual qualities, when we understand, you know, this process. And I will be diving deeper into this on the upcoming Soul Immersion Masterclass on the value of relationships and conscious uncoupling. Bridging breakups, breakdowns, and breakthroughs with the elements of transformation for evolutionary wellness. I invite you to come to the live. It's the last Thursday in July, the 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can check out my website again, michellekingcoaching.com/events. For more information and the meeting details and so forth. But stay on the lookout for that. Again, you're more than welcome to come and join the live. It's so fun to engage with you all. And if you have questions, you can email me at mkingcoaching@gmail.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. I wish you well. And remember, you are the source of your love, power, and truth.